who exactly was my content about? Who was it for? That's a very good question. This would usually be the part where I hold my microphone and start talking, but I don't have my microphone right now, and I really want to make this video. I have to be out of the house in like an hour, and in this hour I need to eat, and I'm cooking right now. I need to eat. I need to get my hair looking a little bit better and also get my butt to church because we have an event. That's basically the itinerary for the next 1 hour, but I also have to film this video and talk to you. I guess we're doing it. Yay! A quick preface about what this video is going to be about. It's just me talking about how I was creating. Obviously, if you check my page, you see that I had a few videos in the past, but I basically just I wasn't proud of what I was creating. As good as it could have looked like, it could have looked like a masterpiece to me at the time, but I really wasn't proud of it. And I would do a little bit of explanation here. And I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to find yourself here too. If you've been performing, if you've been creating a persona, it doesn't even have to be on social media. It could be anywhere. I'm pretty sure you would be able to find yourself in here. I hope you find yourself. Maybe. So for the longest time as a creative, I wasn't creating like me. I was creating like the person I thought I was supposed to be. Everybody gives you this outline of what social media creators look like. And I guess that's actually the problem, because I was thinking of myself as just a social media creator, not someone that's going far beyond social media, right? But the major problem with what I was creating was that it wasn't giving me, it wasn't giving WuraoLa. You get, like, it wasn't giving WuraoLa. I wasn't proud of what I was creating. Toward the end of last year, my phone had issues. That was my primary filming tool. Creation stopped. I was also moving houses and a whole lot was just happening at once. Content creation wasn't a priority for me then, so I stopped. The whole phone situation helped me make that decision quicker. But I had so much free time after moving, preparing for the end of the year, not working. And like most people do, I started preparing for the new year. I actually sat down for once to think about my content creation and whether or not I wanted to continue. I ultimately decided to continue because, God forbid, I quit this close to my salvation. Do you get the reference? Like Romans 13, verse 11, right? But the only thing was, I knew I wasn't coming back the same person that left. It was actually time to take off that mask and be a real person. Do you get? So after making that decision, I decided to like ask people in my life whether my content seemed like the person they knew in real life. Surprise, surprise. Most people said no. My content seemed curated. And the worst part is that my content wasn't even aesthetic. It wasn't aesthetic, but it also wasn't me. The funniest part is I even had an accent that I don't talk with normally. I called in my camera voice. I thought that that was the way I was supposed to speak on camera. I think it actually happened subconsciously, but over time it just became the voice that I was using on camera. If you've watched any of my past videos, you probably will be able to realize that this is not the accent that I used to talk in those videos. I would not joke around, and I am actually a very sarcastic person. I would not be sarcastic in my videos because that wasn't the vibe I was given from the beginning, and I was so scared to change and like just actually show people what I look like. And I'm actually rambling, which is something that is very, very real with me. It's something that happens with me all the time, but I would cut all those parts out. I would not show it because nobody wants to watch me ramble that long. I would change my accent. I would not joke around, use slang, speak pidgin the way that I usually would. It was just giving gentle, solemn, calm. I am none of those things. At least not that I know of anyway. Over time, I had to start telling people that I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not a motivational person by default. I have a melancholic temperament and I tend to keep my observations to myself and share them through content. But I think that's where my execution failed, right? The content wasn't coming out the way I planned for it to. It was coming out more like, I'm motivating you to do this, do that. Yeah. It's not connected. So eventually I came to the realization that there was a lot more work to be done than I actually thought. And the golden girl would have to take a back seat for WuraoLa to shine through. In case you're wondering, yes, I used to be called the golden girl before. Surprise! Pretty interesting, right? Sometimes I still consciously have to force myself to lose the accent and just be me. It was a whole person, and that person would not just disappear overnight. To think I used to think that fake life was something entirely different, but it just turns out that fake life is what you make it for yourself. I genuinely think that realizing the problem and finding a solution is half the battle won already. So here I am, byWuraola. To be very honest with you, I still do not know who that is, even after all my years on this earth. Yes. I'm new to this, not true to this, I think. I think that's how the saying goes. But you know what? The best part is that we get to figure out together. We get to figure out who we are together. I know who I am in Christ, but like every other part of it, who is this person that is in Christ? Still do not know. But we can figure it out together. So you're welcome. Hope we go on this journey together. See you next time. See you later. Bye. If you're also trying to find your authentic voice, leave a comment below so we can figure it out together.